Masshole, and how the fuck are you doing? How is everybody today? I'm sitting here with my dad.
How are you all? I'm here.
He flew in on Thursday, and I told him I'm going to make him sit here, and he's retired, so he can say whatever he wants now.
That's right. No filter, all gone.
My dad brought a tablet. He said he's got notes.
I got notes. What do you want to talk about? I mean, we can talk. I mean, you're in Florida. I'm in Massachusetts. We can talk about Massachusetts. We can talk about Florida.
Well, what's going on in Massachusetts, huh?
Well, no, not too much, but we're going to have a new brewery. The one in Westport there, Buzzards Bay Brewing.
Yeah.
Look, they're rolling out their new release for the season. It's the Lizzie Borden's famous 81 Wax IPA.
Oh, 81 Wax.
81
Wax.
Yeah, it's coming
That's
up.
A good name.
I think it's actually opening today. And they're gonna have out in the farm out there. They're also gonna have hatchet throwing just to, get with the feeling of Lizzie Borden. So that's.
Was it 81?
No. That's just because.
Is that the total? Was 40 to the mom?
No.
41 to the
yeah,
dad?
that's where the song goes. She gave her father, gave her mother 40, or gave her father 40 wax and gave her mother 41, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually only 29 between the two of them of actual hatchets, but that doesn't make a good song.
It doesn't make a good song.
No, it doesn't make a good. And the kids were singing that back then.
When you're down here,
1890.
Don't know, Fall River, and you go. There's three things I kind of reference: the Fall River, Massachusetts, and it's like Lizzie Borden.
Mm-hmm.
Most people. Especially, what was it, TBS that did the one with Christina Ricci?
Yep, they did.
Yeah.
There's been two.
It's relevant recently, so people did know that one. It was like that city. That's where I'm from. Hank the Drunken Dwarf.
Oh yeah,
Hank the Drunken Dwarf from freaking Howard Stern.
You Howard Stern. I know. I used to know Hank. He is short. He was very drunk all the time. He was sadly drunk all the time and very miserable.
I told the story. I was very young. It was before I was ever in school. I had to be 3. It was Christmas, maybe 4 of us celebrates America, but we were downtown in front of the government center on the overpass there.
Yep.
And Hank the Dwarf there walks by, and I stopped and I said, "He looks like a mini Uncle Steve." And he turns and he's like, "Fuck you, you little prick!" And you grabbed my hand, like, "Come on, let's get out of here. Come on, keep going."
Yeah, he had no filter when he was born.
And the other one I bring up is Emerald Lagasse. And everybody's like, "No, he's Creole, isn't he?" I was like, "No, he's a fucking greenhorn from Fall River, Massachusetts."
Creole.
He's not Creole.
Yeah, Creole.
Yeah, he cooks Creole, but doesn't make him Creole.
Portuguese style Creole. No, he's full-blooded Portuguese.
Full-blooded, yeah. And you can tell by them short fingers, hairy knuckles.
Short fingers, yeah. It's got the accent,
But yeah, those are the three.
Yeah, it's the modern time. That's from everybody. But, Florida was known as, was a hub at one time.
And then most recently, the other thing I said was it Aaron Hernandez there? That they tried him in Florida. That's another one. That's the courthouse they tried him at.
Yeah, Hernandez, yeah. No, but Massachusetts goes way back. I mean, one of the 13 colonies. It's one of 4 that is still the Commonwealth. We're not the state of Massachusetts. To us, we're not anyway.
Yep.
They say, God bless the, not the state of Massachusetts, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Fallout, there's a game called Fallout. It's after the nuclear apocalypse. Well, number 3 was in Washington, D.C. at the D.C. Circle. Well, Fallout 4, because they had another one, is Fallout Vegas, and that was all about Vegas. Yeah. The new one is Boston.
Oh, yeah?
And everything is the Commonwealth instead of like the Massachusetts instituted to MIT. Instead of MIT, it's CIT. Commonwealth.
Well, because, it's synonymous with republic. That's why they use Commonwealth's a British thing. Kind of a welfare, general welfare, advantages for the 18th, 15th century, I guess it was. But it's all about common welfare of the people. It's a republic. And that's going back to 1776, blah, 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 blah. But there's only 4 states: Kentucky, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Virginia. That was all prior to 1776. Colonies. We're a colony. We're a commonwealth.
It's not like that anymore.
So if you want to come down to Florida and throw an axe today and have a beer named after Lizzie Borden, come on down.
Yeah. But yeah, in the game, everything's Commonwealth, and I thought that was interesting the way they incorporated, because they're not. It's not Massachusetts and say, so, all right, we can't call it that. What are we going to call it? So let's call it Commonwealth. And then you go and look into it, and it's like, yeah, it's Commonwealth of Massachusetts. If you're not from there and you didn't know that shit,
Oh yeah.
And then down
it's on all your letterheads and stuff.
They have the red line. It's one of the first things you do. You can follow the red line, and when you get to the duck pond,
Yep.
There's like a giant swamp monster they call the swan. It comes out and you gotta fight it.
Oh.
And, it's really funny though because it's like that's really the duck pond. Like you walk up to it, it's got the paddle boats and shit.
The duck boats, yeah.
It's like this is actually really cool. If you're from Massachusetts, you're walking around. Everything they kind of try to make sure they got all the major details in. And then when you start heading to the outskirts, of Boston and the little details, they're saying like Commonwealth Institute of Technology.
Yeah.
MIT. Look at this shit. It's MIT.
You go out to Walden Pond.
Yeah, you go to Walden. It's in there. What the hell else was in there? I was just like impressed. I was
Lexington, Walden Pond,
Bunkers
Hill.
Fall River, though.
Shot around the world.
The other thing I try to, if you're trying to, I said, it's the armpit of Massachusetts. So if this is the arm flipping off England, we're right here.
Armpit. Yes, we are.
And you get a lot of shit down the further away you get, and constantly like you talk funny. It's like you talk funny. See, we're one of the original 13 colonies. You talk funny because you came after. We talk.
That's right.
And I was saying, you wouldn't be here if it was a bunch of drunken assholes in the basement of a dragon bar or something, right? And they all got hammered and said, let's go throw that tea in the water.
That's right, dress up like Indians.
Then one drunk guy's like, can I wear my headdress? And it's like, you got one for all of us?
Yeah, go. Everybody gets a feather, go.
It's like, it's like, America kind of started there.
It's not official because obviously it was Jamestown. And this goes back.
But they weren't America. That's what I always tell everybody.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of those fucking people died.
Yeah.
They ate each other and shit.
Because, pilgrims were going to Jamestown, but
didn't make it.
Yeah, it was too windy, cold. So they landed in Plymouth because it's so nice and warm there. Yeah, let's go to Plymouth where it's freezing and Indians hate us. Yay.
But since America started there, you talk funny. A lot of idiots come from there, and you're like, Massachusetts is like number 1 or number 2 in education. You could be the dumbest. You could be the dumbest person in Massachusetts and move to Oklahoma and be a fucking genius because they're like 49.
Yeah, well, it depends where you are, but because it's just different. It's New England, but we don't like going any place. Well, you do, but not me.
That's cold there, Dad.
But Massachusetts has a lot of. Well, you guys have got flamingos down here, right?
Yeah.
All different colors. There's like six varieties, I think. There's a whole bunch of varieties. I'm not sure.
See, they're pigeons. They're not pigeons.
They're pigeons.
The seagulls.
6 varieties. That's what they got. 6 different, all brightly colored.
They got these birds that they fly, but they walk around all the time.
They walk because they're lazy.
Yeah, and they're like their seagulls, but they're different. I don't know what the hell they are.
They got a lot of plastic flamingos down here.
There are people, but they're probably not from Florida.
Okay. Because the plastic, the fake flamingos, obviously they're famous around the world. I mean, around the country.
I think I already know what you're going to tell us. There are more fake plastic flamingos in the world than there are real flamingos.
Yep.
Yeah, I fucking heard that too.
And the guy that who made the first plastic was from Massachusetts, Don Featherstone.
Get out of here! I didn't know that.
Invented the pink plastic, and they're still in business today.
See, so if it wasn't for Massachusetts, you wouldn't have America. You wouldn't have plastic lawn flamingos, and you wouldn't have chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, I think it was the Union Products or something like that.
That was one of my cookie stats. Was
patented and molded, but everybody makes them now.
The first chocolate chip cookie was from Toll House, which is in Whitman, Massachusetts.
Whitman, yeah. And over in East Boston, there's a lot of old. They still make them those squirrel.
Yeah.
The squirrel. I call them squirrel nuts. I'm not sure what they are.
Yeah. No,
they got caramel and they got.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and they got
2 flavors. Squirrel nuts. It was squirrel nuts.
I call them squirrel nuts. I want lefts. I want rights. Whatever,
Now I want some squirrel nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Those are delicious.
So you get a whole bunch of good stuff there.
So saltwater taffy.
Yeah, saltwater taffy. They got it down here.
Yeah.
They sell it on the Cape. Like, what is this candy? But it's
I think that started in Rhode Island.
It's got a fancy box and.
I think that started in Rhode Island when I looked it up. Saltwater taffy.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of it. Sticks to your teeth.
Nah.
My teeth are getting old. I gotta keep them, man. Like eating steak.
If I can really think about it, is it Massachusetts?
We can talk about Adams. We can talk about Adams.
Oh yeah, see, there's another one. I got some crazy shit about what's it called? Mill Street, Newport, Rhode Island. You go down James and you get on Mill and you go all the way up Mill Street to the park. and you're at the park, and there's this circle of stones, right? It's like built halfway up, and they say that was a windmill on John Adams' farm for making the barley for the beer, right? It was a windmill, and that's it. But the problem is that structure is drawn on a map from the 1500s. Somebody on the coast driving by saw it and drew it there.
Yeah.
So he probably took it, and this is already here, built it up, and made it a windmill.
It was a business, because if you had a windmill, you didn't just grind your stuff.
I know.
You went. Somebody brought it over. They grind this.
The thing that they're pointing out is it's historically it was a windmill from John Adams.
It's famous because of John Adams, and they probably don't know who else made it.
Now they're starting to do like some dating on it, and they're like, this has probably been here since before. Maybe it was Vikings who got fucking lost and built
a windmill so they can get back home.
It wasn't a windmill.
Time machine.
It was a chapel of sorts. When you went in and you prayed, there was a window that pointed to the sunrise. So at sunrise, you would go.
That's the general thought. And
it's an old religion, rune stones and weird shit like that. That they think that's who built it. And I was like, dude, that is crazy. So. We all know it as a historical thing as John Adams, but now they're starting to figure that it was probably there hundreds of years before anybody lived there. Oh, any white people.
Yeah. It's like the Newport Hedge. They got the Newport Hedge has one of those old ones. They got the light come through. They pile down there on on solstice all the time. And they don't know how old that is, but everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it's this old, that," but nobody knows. They know how long it's been there. It's been there forever.
You can't carbon date stone.
No, but it's got cement, I guess. I don't know.
No, you can't carbon date stone.
No, they look at the structure. That's a certain style that so and so used, and it's been here forever.
It's interesting. I brought it to Allison, and when you're raised there, you don't think of it that way. Everybody went to Plymouth Rock. We all saw Plymouth Plantation. We all saw the Mayflower. We all went to Fort Adams. We all, you know what I mean? But it's like, what's the other one?
Yeah, you got to go see Plymouth Rock. If you ever get up to Plymouth, it's beautiful. It's got to be 2 feet.
Yeah, it's just tiny.
Maybe 3 feet.
So what is it? Fort Adams or Fort Bonton. Fort Bonton has been there since Revolutionary War.
Yeah, it was an outpost for the bay with cannons.
But we just went there
hiking.
And in high school, I'd go smoke a weed at the top of it. It's like you don't
go hiking over there.
You don't no. This is 300-year-old history. This is probably some of the oldest history in the country, next to Jamestown. You're not going to get any older than that up in New England. You're not.
And that was one of the outposts. Yeah.
What the hell was another one I was going to say? It's out on Jamestown Island. You go over the Pell Bridge and whatnot, and then it was a World War I outpost, but it's like all these bunkers and shit and cannons, and you can climb down, and it's like that shit's abandoned, but it's still
they had one there, and they had one in the Newport fort. That's another old one. That was just because it's on the harbor. They had to stop the ships from coming in and raiding and
keep you from coming up the river.
But we got a lot of good stuff in Massachusetts, but we don't think as much. I mean, everybody wants to go to Plymouth Rock. We go there, go, huh? Where's the bar?
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's when you're raised there, you saw it when you were a little kid. So it's not a tourist attraction.
My town was one of the town Swansea I live in. It's one of the first towns. It was in Massachusetts, not the first, but it was one of the early ones from before. That's what King Philip's War, the first Indian War, started there. It was because they were ticking off the Indians, and they came to them. They killed about half the people in the town. They burned everything down. It took like 5 years before people came back because I was nervous.
Wow.
And that started the war all the way across Massachusetts out to New York, down halfway into Connecticut. They had good rapport with the Indians down there. Massachusetts, up New Hampshire.
They still got good rapport. Let them have casinos.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, they got the casinos.
Connecticut. Connecticut. I was telling Allison and Mike Haddock. He's from Connecticut. And Connecticut is a place in between Massachusetts and New York.
Commonwealth of Connecticut.
Nobody really. You don't go to. Well, there's a casino. Yeah, they suck.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I used to go to visit my aunt. Yeah. Used to live down there. That would be, and I used to go to New York. You go right through Connecticut.
You just drive right through Connecticut. Everybody just drives through Connecticut.
Yeah, but no, it's a nice. It's what is, especially if you go west.
Yeah.
It's very towny, very small town.
Small towns.
Not other than Hartford. If you go west of that, it's all small towns out to New York.
I tried saying that about Massachusetts too, because I was like, if you're
Oh.
Cape Cod and Boston and Salem, it's all this stuff here, and then you start heading west.
And
and
think
then
after Springfield,
to the
gets
foothills of the Appalachian Mountains,
they get treated different too. They get mad because they don't get all the money that the coast gets, and
snow.
They
get blizzards when we have we're on the coast.
So they get mad. They pay the same
softens,
taxes, and they get mad because they have to pay on the
when you're on the
turnpike.
coast, it softens the snow, but when you get more in-state, it's like, oh no, they got like 4 feet of fucking snow.
Yeah, there's no rain line over there. We have a rain line. It could rain or snow over there. No, see the snow or nothing.
So Western Mass is very different. And that's another thing about the liberal. They're like, oh, people fucking got guns in Massachusetts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, they go hunt out there. It's a little different. It's like Pennsylvania. You got that hunting.
Pennsylvania.
But but Massachusetts you don't have an AR-15. You don't go hunting with AR-15s out there. You know why? Because you can't buy one in Massachusetts. That's why.
So you go.
Doesn't mean when
Pennsylvania, you got a lot of industrial, but then you got the Amish.
Yeah, the Amish.
Like two completely really big cities, old, dirty New York style, like industrial parks. But then you go towards the other side, and it's like it's all farmland, man. It's
Amish up north are different than Amish down here. I've seen them down here. Like, there's no big farms, and then they try bikes and stuff, but you got to go up north and. Ohio.
I was gonna say Ohio is the other one.
Ohio. Oh yeah, when you go driving down the road and with their cars with the big lights on it.
I've done some jokes about Ohio. I was like, somebody in the audience says, "Who said they were from Ohio? You? Yeah, it's Ohio. It's the Buckeye State. I call it the Texas of the North. So everybody should be wearing spurs. They got guns on their hips. Ka-ching, ka-ching."
Yeah, not in the big cities, though.
No, even the big cities.
But if you go in the middle of the little
gun
towns,
on their hip, like it's legal. It's just legal, and you're like, that's fucking crazy. What is it? Texas? Exactly. It's Ohio. It's Texas and North.
Yeah, well, not too often you see like 10, 12 buggies going down the street with the Amish, dropping, going to Sunday
Had to be Ohio.
Mass or whatever.
Maybe it was in Jersey or Pennsylvania, but they had a picture of a guy on one of the Amish buggies paying the fucking toll on like the turnpike.
Yep.
This is a living creature. I still gotta pay the toll? Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's quick. What else you got in there, Dad? What else you got in there?
No, Massachusetts. I'm all done with Massachusetts, but we can go on. I mean, unless you want to.
What do you got about Florida?
Florida, I don't have too much on Florida because I don't live here, other than the streets are too big. The streets are the streets are way too big. I mean, you waste like tons of land driving cars. I don't get it.
I told you, Chris had a bunch of good jokes like the accents here. The seats are pretty bad accents.
Oh, I imagine. These freaking streets are wide. You got 50, 60 foot wide road.
And he was like, how
You
did you hit a tree? He says, the roads are flat, they're straight, there's nothing
There's
in your
no trees
way.
on the side of the road.
How did you...
Up north, you drive on a road, on a normal road, it's 5 foot, and there's a maple tree that's two foot around. You stay on the road.
All the way on 114.
Stay on the road, you're not going to be happy. Those trees don't move.
West Main Road and East Main Road, it's like you're on the second lane, curb, maybe like a foot, less than a foot, and there's the telephone pole. It's right there.
Telephone pole. Trees, telephone poles, yeah. You got to go.
3 lanes, plus a turn lane and a breakdown lane.
Yeah, it ends up being like 5 lanes going one way. Our main highway doesn't have that many.
Chris is already, being from Bedford, right outside of Boston and stuff. He's
got the traffic into the world.
Yeah, people complain about this shit. And you're like, this is really nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's kind of hot because everything's straight,
What the hell is people with trucks? They get these trucks with giant suspension. It's like this is the flattest state. The highest point in Florida is on the other coast, and it's a fucking landfill. It's a man-made mountain of trash. It's not even a real...
Oh, yeah, trash mall.
That's the
yeah.
highest point in Florida is a pile of garbage.
And need a four-wheeler to get through that. Well, they play with them around here in the mud, but...
Well, that's what I mean. I was saying to somebody, it's like, yeah, if you got one, we're going to go mudding. We're going to go climb rocks or whatever. We're going to go have fun with it. No, these fucking people drive it to work every day. They're driving 30 miles a day.
Yeah, 12 miles a gallon.
This shit truck that you're like...
Shiny. Don't scratch the bed.
I seen a Denali, Dad. I got pictures on it on my Instagram, and It had to be jacked up 4 feet off the ground. Rims like this, but there was like this much tire, so the rim is all metal, chrome.
Low profile tires.
Yeah, $20,000 rims or some shit, and an exhaust on it looked like a gaping butthole. It was like the exhaust tip was like this,
like a foot across.
Shiny. Not a single.
That's his
it's
baby.
Like, what are you taking that for? Get the fuck out of here!
No.
What are you driving that for?
That's
Get the hell out of here!
That's his baby.
Ugh, his
it
dick must be an innie.
Shine that baby up.
I think that's the
maybe someday he'll get tired of it.
It's a Denali. The hell? So big. It was so big. And I was just, I got my phone out and was like, click. Look at this fucking thing. Jesus. How much does that cost you? But yeah, Chris was, always rip about that shit. I don't get it.
Did you know goats have rectangular eyes? They're not round. They're pupils.
Yeah, it's because they're demons.
Oh, they're demons. That's why I got bit by that bastard. Turtles breed out their wrasse. See,
do they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google that one.
No, you don't have to Google it. It's sick. It's kind of stuff you don't want to know.
Do they eat cookies?
They maybe depends if they're made out of like lettuce or something.
Have you seen any alligators since you've been down here?
Not like what? Not floating around. No.
No.
I don't go looking for them either. They're okay,
like I said,
but
my job, they're in a pond right across, and
I know what they look
seen
like.
them in the canal.
They're not friendly, so I'm not playing with them.
I've seen them.
They make nice shoes. That's about it. I hear.
I've seen them. It's like possums down here. They're just there. Could be a fucking gator. Watch out.
A possum is sleeping. No. Did you know that there's more atoms in a single glass of water than there are glasses of water in all the Earth's oceans?
I think it's similar about stars in the sky as there are grains of sand on a beach.
Well, that's because we don't know how. We're never going to get. Look, everyone, we're going to go to Mars 100 years from now. Not going to do it. Not going to happen.
No.
It's useless.
Oh, no, they'll get them there, Dad. They're just going to die.
Nah, it's just too far. People don't. It's like, what is it? 3, whatever.
It's months.
Years round trip or some months, whatever.
There, yeah.
Couple of years, you got to get there. Then you got to come. You got to have enough fuel. Blah 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 blah. I mean, we live in one solar system. I mean, this is just the planet here. We got one on planet system. It takes one, just to get to the other end.
I know.
So to get the Milky Way, the Milky
1,000
Way
light years.
is the galaxy that we live in, and it has 40 billion planets like this Earth, and that is just one galaxy
amongst billions of galaxies.
Yep. Yeah, there's 100 billion. There's like 200 billion or something like that. 100 billion universes.
I know. I've shown.
So we're never gonna. The Star Trek, love it up because you're never gonna be. They don't wear seatbelts. You saw it on there. They always having fights. They get thrown all over the place. Nobody got a seatbelt. No.
It's because they have anti-inertia.
Yeah, that's why they get those big cuts on their heads.
There's a sliding scale, right? You can find it on the internet. It goes from the smallest to the largest, and it literally starts at I believe a quark, which is like a particle of an atom. It's the smallest thing that we can measure.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the largest thing, but it starts there and it gets like people, and animals, the planet, the moon, and here's our planet next to the sun, and here's this sun next to Betelgeuse, but Betelgeuse next to this sun, and then they put that next to a nebula. Now look at a nebula, look at this galaxy. This is the entire Andromeda galaxy next to our galaxy, and you're like,
oh yeah,
holy shit. So I said, you slide that freaking scale and you get all the way to the top, you're like, holy shit.
Then you start hearing goofy stuff like black holes and stuff.
It's like you are here. You're like, there's one where it gets to a certain point where it's like, this is the Earth. The Earth is 1 pixel compared to this image. You know what I mean? Like this nebula. It's like the Earth is 1 pixel.
But you could have been born to like, but you weren't. You could have had rocket scientists for parents, Black Jack.
Hey,
his parents were rocket scientists.
To bring it back full circle, is it
Yeah.
Montgomery, Alabama? Somewhere in Alabama has the highest concentration of IQ in the country, and that's because that's where they built the rockets for going to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So all
NASA,
these engineers and scientists all lived there, and they stood there and raised their families, and all those kids
Well,
went to
obviously
good
that-
schools or geniuses.
They didn't spread their genes around, obviously.
No, because it's all concentrated in this like one area where
Yeah.
around that military area where all those people were working for NASA.
Yeah, well, then we need more of them because we're all going to die. We're all going to lose our. We're not going to have dirty air. We're going to have dirty
So,
water.
Of all the places,
we're all
it's
going
like,
to
what do you
die.
mean it's in fucking Alabama, really?
Yeah, Alabama.
It's the smartest town in the country.
Yeah, we're screwed.
In the middle of one of the. Holy shit.
We're screwed. That's the smartest town.
Yeah, no. I know I'm far away, but it's nice. Come on, Dad. It's nice here.
It is nice. I'll come down in the winter.
So maybe one day when I'm rich, I'll merge between the two.
Yeah, I like it. I like it down here right now.
Give it another month, you'll hate it.
Oh no, I'm not coming down another month.
It'll be hot.
I'll be okay at home.
June, July, August. All of a sudden, it's like, holy shit! Don't go outside. The sun's out. Don't go outside. Don't go outside.
No, until the sun goes down. It's like some sci-fi movie.
You got the AC, and it's like I got the AC on 75, but it doesn't shut off. It won't shut
Well,
off.
it's a couple of days I didn't go out this winter. I mean, oh no, I'm not going out. I don't have to. When I had to go to work, I had to go out.
Yeah.
Now I open the door, let the dog out, go. No, not happening.
Turn the fireplace on.
Come on, boom, sit down. Get out I passed out looking up some stuff. I'll read about gobbledygook stuff.
Well, now that you're retired, how long before you build a woodworking shop like Uncle Pete and start
Nope.
building toys?
No, I'll do something. I'll make a birdhouse. No, maybe two. I'll give one to somebody.
Start watching the birds.
Now I'm gonna look up stuff like bananas.
Start yelling about
I'll read things about bananas because I always said, you ever see a monkey? Does he eat the banana peel? 'Cause you never paid.
No, I've actually seen them where they would suck the rind. They're trying to get all the good shit off of it, peeling their teeth. Yeah.
Which end do they open up? They don't open the end with the.
I know. I've seen that online. Yeah.
They don't open it up with the end with the stem on it. They open it up the other end because that's the way you're supposed to open them.
It's easier.
And did you know that's a berry? It's not actually a fruit.
Is it a berry?
Yep.
I know. They've seen the original banana and how stupid it looked, and they've genetically made it that way.
Yeah, that's why I still got plenty. Yeah, but it's a berry. I'm like, it's a botanical or something like. I don't know what it was. I read it. I'm like, Because the funny thing is, bananas are berries and strawberries are not.
Son of a bitch! They just fooled us all.
Yeah, but I like strawberries, but
So
I'll still call them strawberries.
You're gonna build yourself some birdhouses so you can. Bitch about the squirrels eating all the birds.
No, I don't care. I don't care. No.
Okay, what do we got here? We got 28 minutes.
All right, man. That's a lot.
That's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, you enjoy your day.
Let's see here. Tuesday is Old Soul. Tuesday, Old Soul open mic, and I think that's it for the next week. I don't think I got anything else going on. Next weekend could be at the Laughing, so keep listening for that, and don't forget to go fuck yourselves.
Have a nice day.